What's up everyone, it's Enjooooy's new video, and in this video I will be focusing on Eden Golan or Israel's performance at Eurovision 2024, the staging, the mood board, the storyboard, however you want to call it. Basically how I imagine the mood of the whole staging. Of course I will not be able to recreate the staging itself, but it's more like a visual idea to it. I use ChatGPT with DALL-E in it to help me with drawing all those moods, and even I'm not 100% happy about what I saw, I think it can give you the general feeling of my thoughts of how I would imagine the staging for Eden Golan. Let's talk! Alright guys, welcome back to my channel, very glad you're here. Subscribe, like, share, buy me a coffee, give me a super like, or become a member so you will receive exclusive content sooner, and some like bigger videos with more insights than regular viewers, like something special for each of you who will become a member. Of course the shout out and so on and so on, and also it will help my channel to grow, give me a lot of motivation. Anyway, this is optional, and let's go to see what I did with Eden Golan staging for song Hurricane. I will make this video like an excursion to my mind a little bit, because of course I'm using ChatGPT. It's not 100% accurate, but I don't know how to program, and I didn't learn this skill yet. Or for this I will recommend you the channel which is called AAA Design, the guy who's basically playing with the graphics, recreating stages and so on. It's very inspirational. I need to connect with this person. Like, if you have a direct contact, please let me know. Maybe this person will be able to recreate my ideas in here. So let's find out. Maybe we will be able to collaborate at some point. But anyway, I want to talk about the visual ideas, the thing where you first start in here, then to recreate it into some mood boards, and then becomes graphics, something more complicated, much more accurate, and so on, with all the lights, with realistic graphic measures and so on. So take it with the reserve. It's not how I exactly perceive it. Of course those images are not representing even the arena, because DALL-E is not able to recreate it one-to-one. But visually, atmospheric wise, I'm very curious what you're gonna say and how much far it will be from the real idea, which we will see very, very soon at Eurovision 2024. So, first of all, I let DALL-E to recreate the arena itself. It started with some kind of Warhammer 40k, like very robust, brutalist, also I would say even gothic idea. So I said like, okay, this is how Eurovision really look like, and just try to keep at least those smooth, lights from above, boxes, LED, the shape round stage, floor LED, arena around. And I think it came with some kind of a little bit more realistic approach. Actually it looks very good, this one. And then I asked like, yeah, like make few bigger boxes, few smaller boxes. I was very concrete in what I wanted. It bring this, which is not definitely bad. I think as a visual standard this is good. The problem is that it never is able to keep it and just add scenes into it. I think this is another iteration of the ChatGPT will be able to do this, but we are not there yet. I think 1, 2, 3 years and it will be crazy, also with Sora and everything, but not there yet. Anyway, I asked ChatGPT this. I separate the staging in 3 stages, 3 scenes, which I was describing, and I was step by step try ChatGPT or DALL-E to recreate those scenes from 4 different images all the time. I have much more now, and I always write something, then it creates something. I say like, okay, I need to put much more effort in the first scene, what I'm writing there, and so on until I'm a little bit satisfied. Let's say I never was so 100% satisfied, but with the first scene I asked, there was a first prompt. The beginning of the song, sand effect gradient on the floor and steps in it like from people was dancing there. Behind on the big LED screen is mix of a sandstorm and a normal storm with rain and lightning. On the LED cubes we see dark clouds. Everything is desaturated, just the beige color of the sand is there to pinpoint the steps in the sand effect in the LED floor. We see only shade of Eden Golan, like a silhouette at the edge of the stage on the complete opposite side of the big LED screen. Create me 4 separate images, 16:9, and show me the LED floor steps with the big LED in the background, whole arena shot with crowd, this atmosphere dar atmo, showing silhouette of Eden Golan on the edge of the stage with all the background, and a top shot. And it's recreated me this, basically, which is very, very concrete. I tried not to be that much concrete, but the all idea about the staging was that it's kind of a darker. We see this beige combination of sandstorm, but also above the big clouds with not concrete thunders. I don't need to see the thunders, but I would be able to recreate it by pulsing the LED screen, you know, and lights. So the whole, like the whole catastrophe is coming. Of course, this is a reference, but come on, the song is about. So let's do this reference, and then we see the silhouette of Eden, and we also see the steps in the sands as a reference for this Nova festival. And also the people dancing, like these are the people we are singing about. So I would like to give the reference to them over here, because it's a sad scene. It's kind of over the storm, something. The storm is coming also. This is like both, you can take it from both angles. This is what I wanted to show, that it's here, you know. And this is the center start of the song. Of course, I tried to recreate this scene more times, so then I did again the prompt. First scene, the beginning of the song, sand effect gradient on the floor and steps in it, like from people was dancing there. Behind on the big LED screen is mix of sandstorm and a normal storm with rain and lightning. On the LED cubes we see dark clouds. Everything is desaturated, just the beige colors of the sand is there to pinpoint the steps in the sand effect in the LED floor. We see only a shade of Eden Golan, like a silhouette at the edge of the stage on the complete opposite side of the big LED screen. Only concrete thing on the set are the steps, the rest is more likely ambient, abstract, not so concrete. Still use the visuals of the stage we agreed on, which I tried to create cute, but no. And then I asked again for create me those 4 pictures. It created me this. Still try to be very concrete with the lightning, which I'm not a fan of this, but I think those 2 last images, even one still shows the silhouette of Eden Golan. Even now it still thinks it's a man, so then I put the whole scene like more concrete, even this, that it's a woman, blah blah blah. If there is no shade in the storm, this silhouette, I think those 2 images are actually kind of nice as a visual of how to use colors, the saturation and the principle. So this stormy visual style, not exactly concrete like this, I wouldn't like it, but as a color palette, as a principle working how to mix things together, this is a good reference already. Anyway, I still asked for a little bit more, so I then created those 4 images, and I tried it not to be that super concrete, and also I added that Eden Golan is a woman. I really like the visual part of this 3rd picture, where still Eden is in the silhouette in the LED, which I don't like. It wouldn't be something I would like to have, even though the start starts without singing, kind of. So that wouldn't be the thing, but you can see the combination of the clouds, and this is exactly the colors I would like to have to be mixed together. Even though I would still use the rest more desaturated, it's still blue and beige, but I would use the colors in the clouds and then go completely desaturated. And also somehow in the effects with the lights, you can a little bit recreate it also on the stage. It's the visual, how to say, illusion, kind of. Okay, then the other image, still very concrete lightning, not my style, but okay, I think we got the atmosphere, right? So the second scene for me was that the storm is here. It's around us, it's surrounding us, we must shield ourselves because we cannot do anything. Like the storm just decided to move, it will go around us, it's there with us, and it's up to us how we will kind of fight it, something like this. The principle is more likely that we are not afraid of it, even it's coming, okay, it's here. And the principle was that the Eden is in the middle of the dancers who are surrounding her, dancing around, creating kind of like a barrier, a shield, which I would recreate with the cone of light a little bit, and the storm by lights and by the LED effects, because you can with right angles you can kind of create a 3D effect, and also maybe with help of AR, but also with the help of mist on the floor, which will be moved by the fans. You can recreate this kind of stormish feeling, and by the good editing, fast cameras, and also fun in the hair, you can really recreate the feeling of the storm, like something is moving, and also on the LED floor. So if you can be able to do it plasticky and don't stick too much into details, and everything will be a little bit defocused, and then the focus will be on Eden, but you see the movement of the dancers recreating one spin, the other spin in the LED, and the other spin on the LED floor a little bit, and then also things are a little bit moving. Lights are doing like this effect, like it feels like they are also moving, which is possible on this stage. That everything is like shaking. You can do it. Only Eden is firm, not moving, only gesturing and singing. The hair is going like she's representing the unbreakable will. So this is what I did. This is just what I have in my head. Maybe I should describe it also for Delhi like this, but I wrote: Eden Golan and dancers are in the middle of the set. Around them is a sandstorm on the ground, projected by AR around them, also on the LED floor, and above a big rainstorm with thunders in. Eden is in the middle, dancers are around her, close in the circle, like a shield holding hands against the storm. Underneath on the LED is a circle of light with white and blue gradient. They are pinpointed by the ray of light from the ceiling lights. It all looks like a circle of people in the middle are protected by invisible shields standing firmly against it. So that was the idea, and those are the images. I of course again added a little bit more detail into it until I was a little bit satisfied. I also asked for this image where the big storm is without dancers, anything, just to see, and I really like this one with the big crazy circle, almost like a eye of the hurricane. In the middle is this beam of light. I don't like those two circles, it's too concrete, but I would work only with the ambient and lights, and this actually is possible to be recreated in the arena. Not exactly like this visually stunning thing, but the right editing, you would have this feeling of something huge is there happening. You're in the middle of it, but you will prevail. And this is what I would like to recreate. Of course, this one, but more likely by pose of the dancers, I can imagine. Not exactly the concrete idea, but we of course went a little bit further from this almost top shot. It's more like the perspective, like the burst perspective visual. This also is like, at least for the camera guys did, or for the other creators, directors, DOPs and so on, this would be the visual, like, hey, this is like the scene I want there. Let's find a way how to do it in real. So I was kind of satisfied, and then let's create a third, the revelation, the climactic scene. The storm is passing by the light is seen on the horizon. All scene becomes saturated with morning colors of hope, and the rays of light reminds the importance of look at things in hopeful, positive way. So the scene is more positive from second to second. They are all behind Eden Golan, dancing like raving. I was referring to dancers. She is static, and in front of them, the focus on her. They are in the depth of field behind them, blah 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 blah. The whole principle was the sun is rising, like the storm passes, sun is rising, we are still here, we prevailed, we survived, we won't cry, even though we would like to, but we will look at things positively, that everything what we do makes sense. In this positive message where the sun is rising, everything gets green, you can see that the life is here, it's more like with the sun goes also the life, new hope. We still here, we do the best, and we will smile, we will stay positive no matter what, we will stay strong also. And this is what I would like to recreate. And also the whole principle is that Eden is kind of in the middle, or the focus is on her. I would like to have a little bit of foreground, like two dancers, the rest are behind her, and in some 2 meters Eden, 2 meters, and then like 5-10 meters the LED, and only focus, and in very very open aperture, it's on Eden. So the whole stage must be a much more darker, or there must be ND filters applied a lot. And then behind the stage is moving kind of, but the focus is on her. She's not moving, but she's on the focus, and everything else is in very shallow depth of field. So we don't see any concrete thing like leaves, the sun, everything. We just see the atmosphere. It's more ambient feeling, like when you see the photography, you know, like from Africa or something. Like this is what I would like to recreate it as a visual, because it brings this hope light race, green, something positive, and also her changing her expression, not to be that sad, but to show the smile. Even it would maybe feel inappropriate a little bit, but I think that I always say, when you say hi to somebody or hello, good morning, if you do it to everybody, even if you have a bad mood, but what other people, they don't need to know that you have a bad mood. If you smile on them, you can make their day being better. And this is, I think, the principle I would like to apply in here. And this is the whole principle of the staging, from dark times to positive times, to from danger to we're not afraid, but also positive, like let's fight evil also with a smile. I think this is important message, and I really like those visuals. Even of course they are very concrete, they are not very realistic, but I like them. I like the sunrise. I like the first one just by the visuals. I like the second one with all the clouds are passing. Then this actually is the scene I can imagine Eden with the green light behind. This is good. This other one is too much fairy tale-y. That's not something I like. So I asked then ChatGPT to recreate everything, and it started from the first scene to the other one with more concrete, all of them together. It's not very nice. It's really, really very nice. I like it. And I think especially this visual when Eden is there in the middle, everything is behind her, even though it's not the graphics I really would enjoy or like for this. It can give you the idea how I was talking about the focus and defocus, She is completely sharp, everything else it's not. And this is it. This is how it recreated the atmosphere. And this is how I also imagine the staging could look like by the mood, by what I want. Of course, it's 3-minute songs. In every 3 minutes, I would need to think about what will happen at exactly moment, what camera angle I would use, what light beams or what lights or what gradients or what combination of all the technology we have there would I use, and in which way, on what position on the stage Eden would need to stand so she looks dominant and not the LED screen is dominant, not to the image to look flat, because this is the big danger of LED screens, such huge, and because they are flat and they are not, it's not shaped. How to break it a little bit, not to feel boring, because that was my problem last year with most of the stagings, that they felt so flat, nothing was used around, and basically it was like people in back LED box, very boring. So this I would think how to break it with also with the light beams and so on, to create shapes in the arena and not to make you feel that something is kind of wrong, to every frame being like a picture on the wall. This would be my goal, to find this way with this changing atmosphere from very, very dark desaturated to more and more like crazy danger to climax peak to positive atmosphere. Would be my goal. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't, I don't know, but I'm very curious what you're gonna say about it. So write me in the comments below, how do you perceive it? It's like, I think tomorrow or the day after tomorrow we will see it anyway, at least on the picture, how it will a little bit look. I'm very curious about it. What is the approach? I'm very curious also about the dress. I would actually imagine something like a rave dress, ripped Eden in like very nice up, but also I could see some rip on it. I would like her to have some highlight bracelet on her, so to kind of make this rave party reference over there. Also with the dancers, but not that concrete. They will have more like black and beige on them. They could have some also ripped things, but I will never focus on them too much, because Eden would be there. They are creating the atmo, they are creating the movement around. and they are creating the spinning and the shield and so on, but my goal is Eden all the time. Anyway, this is what I think. In the comments below, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, become a member, or, and that's what I would really like, also buy me a coffee or give me a super like to support this channel. And I see you soon. Thank you for watching.